Demand forecasting forecasting the future is a critical element of management decision-making. The final effectiveness of any decision depends upon the consequence of events following this decision. Demand forecasting is the area of predictive analytics dedicated to understanding consumer demand for goods or services. If the suppliers know how demand will fluctuate, they can keep the right amount of stock on hand. There can be two consequences. If demand is underestimated, sales can be lost due to the lack of supply of goods. If demand is overestimated, the supplier is left with a surplus that can also be a financial drain. Demand forecasting involves techniques including both informal methods, such as educated guesses, and quantitative methods, such as the use of historical sales data or current data from test markets. Demand forecasting may be used in making pricing decisions, in assessing future capacity requirements, or in making decisions on whether to enter a new market. Necessity for forecasting demand. The need for demand forecast is due to stock and market response effects. Stock effects are those effects that inventory levels have on sales. Stockouts are the extreme cases where the demand coming into store is not converted to sales due to a lack of availability. Demand is also untapped when sales for an item are decreased due to a poor display location or because the desired sizes are no longer available. For example, in fashion retailing, once the stock level of a particular sweater falls to the point where standard sizes are no longer available, sales of that item are diminished. Market response effect. Market response effects are those effects of market events that are within and beyond a retailer's control. Demand for an item will likely rise if a competitor increases the price or if the item is promoted regularly. The resulting sales a change in demand as a result of consumers responding to stimuli that potentially drive additional sales. These forces need to be factored into planning and managed within the demand forecast. Demand planning improves the accuracy of forecasts. The goal of demand planning is to improve production scheduling or inventory stocks, where each party in the supply chain does some processing on the demand signal. A demand plan starts with a statistical forecast and adds intelligence through consensus management of the demand information process to develop an accurate demand forecast. 8.8 Demand forecasting error. Forecasting error is defined by the Association for Operations Management (APICS) as the difference between actual and forecast demand, stated as an absolute value or as a percentage. Forecast error is a point of reference of the variance between demand that was projected and actual demand that subsequently occurred. CPF are collaborative planning, forecasting, and replenishment. CPFR is a concept that aims to enhance supply chain integration by supporting and assisting joint practices. CPFR was launched in 1995 by Walmart with the pharmaceutical group Warner Lambert. It seeks cooperative management of inventory through joint visibility and replenishment of products throughout the supply chain. Planning and satisfying customer demands occur through a supportive system of shared information between suppliers and retailers. Continuous updating of inventory and upcoming requirements is possible, making the end-to-end supply chain process more efficient. The CPFR process is divided into 4 steps: strategy and planning. The ground rules for the collaborative relationship are established. Collaboration arrangement is the process of setting the business goals for the relationship, defining the scope of collaboration, and assigning roles, responsibilities, checkpoints, and growth procedures. The joint business plan identifies the significant events that affect supply and demand in the planning period, such as promotions, inventory policy changes, store openings or closings, and product introductions. Demand and supply management. Sales forecasting projects consumer demand at the point of sale. Order planning or forecasting determines future product ordering and delivery requirements based upon the sales forecast, inventory positions, and transit lead times. Execution. Order generation includes transitions forecasts to firm demand. Order fulfillment is the process of producing, shipping, delivering, and stocking products for consumer purchase. The sales transactions are recorded and payments are made. Analysis, monitor planning, and execution activities for exception conditions, i.e. exceptions management. Aggregate results are calculated. The active monitoring of planning and operations and performance assessment are the tasks included. For continuously improved results, plans are analyzed.